Since O on rat on O unless he gone in the membrane. Drank or smoked something that drove him insane. Since I don't do evil with plans to live like a true geezer, I won't succumb to tongue, gun or root evil. Got a reading from a Babylon, and he told me the path I'm on is like a Chinese banker that's lonely. So I cross T's and dot I's. Dead beef like a deadbeat pops. Pops that's not mine. I stay solid with the solid, silent round the salads. Evil green with envy, or green they ain't been around it. The movement's been co-opted, and the streets is not it. Stuck between a rock and a dyke box, and glad it's not thick. I could either chisel or sizzle my way out, cause gate route and blowing my brains out is played out. With mouths to feed and minds to free, I stay esophageal up and suckers mouths for me.
I thought that I could do it by my lonely. Try to get right, so many folks is wrong, man. So you know I keep it on, man. No hate for the home, man. No love for the foe, man. We at war, you see. It's gonna take more than me. So what's it gonna be? You wanna be on the free. I thought that I could do it by my lonely. Master self, don't be a slave to these conditions. We was raised to be forgiven, not to ourselves, but those who changed us for them digits and rearranged it in prisons, projects, and a crack epidemic. So I'm raised first and last, even after we finish. Our power black be a menace to anyone attacking our women. We smashing the limits, still standing on the shoulders of our ancestors. Keep our heart from getting colder. If you feel me, I share you. It's betrayal every day though. More hollows than halos, so I stay low, swing low. Sweet chariot, I'm gon' ride the liberation train, go and see Harriet. Ain't no fearing, take confidence and we wearing it everywhere we is. Stick to the script or flip the narrative. The symbols predicted our dominance. Me and my conglomerates. I thought that I could do it by my lonely. Try to get right, so many folks is wrong, man. So you know I keep it on, man. No hate for the home, man. No love for the foe, man. We at war, you see. It's gonna take more than me. So what's it gonna be? You wanna be on the free. I thought that I could do it by my lonely.
Now see, nothing makes me angrier when we talk about our civil rights and what we've missed. But here comes the Asians in to join us. Here comes the Latinos in talking about their civil rights. Here comes white women in talking about theirs, the Mexicans, all of these people. And I don't know if some of you are very, very young, but in my experience growing up in Tulsa, Oklahoma, I never knew that anybody who was sent to the back of the bus because she was a white woman. Nobody was sent to the back of the bus because they were homosexual. Nobody was sent to the back of the bus because they were Asian and Latin. They were sent to the back of the bus because their faces were black. And now all of these groups are wanting to come in now and take the things that owe us. And some of our leaders stand up there and say, oh, we're all one. We should include everyone that's going in. Every time I hear them do that, I just want to pick up a sock, a shoe, or something and throw it at the television.
I thought that I could do it by my lonely. Try to get right, so many folks is wrong, man. So you know I keep it on, man. No hate for the home, man. No love for the foe, man. We at war, you see. It's gonna take more than me.
Support black media. Peace to the gods.
See, this is why I'm not mistaken by these leaders. See, anytime, first of all, you can't lead me when you call an organization rainbow because there's no black in a rainbow, as you all always know.
Peace to the guys. Peace to the guys. How y'all feeling? How y'all doing? How's everybody? I want to see the chat going. You know what I'm saying? I want to see where y'all from. What's good? Where y'all at? How y'all Sunday going? You know what I mean? Hopefully some of y'all didn't celebrate too hard, you know, whatever you celebrate, you know. Some people call it holidays, you know, pagan holiday, you know. I don't get into none of that. You know what I mean? I'm not that type of guy. But let me see who all up in the building. Let's see, you got the Bay Area up in the building, Pennsylvania, you know. Y'all go ahead and hit the like button. We got to change the algorithms in the right way. Hit the like button, keep commenting, keep talking to each other, amongst each other, get to know each other and all that good stuff. But definitely share the platform because it's definitely needed, you know. So like they say, this is one of the positive medias that we definitely need out of all the confusion and negative input that's going on and everything in this internet world. You know, we need a good balance. You know what I'm saying? We got Ohio, We got Oakland. We got Connecticut. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, we got ATL. I see you backstage. Yeah, we're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it. So I want to let the people come on in. I'm gonna just holler at y'all for just a little bit before we bring these good sisters up in the building, and we definitely gonna have a conversation. We're gonna talk about everything. We're gonna clear the air. You know what I'm saying? So, because we definitely need, sometimes we just need to know everything. You know what I'm saying? We just so we can have a perspective, no matter if it's positive or negative. We just need to clear our mind to have some type of perspective to make sure we all on the same page. All right. So we got Miami. Let me see. We got the UK up in the building. Okay. 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 Let's get the numbers up though. Make sure we sharing the platform. What's up, Black Diamond? What's up? We got Brads. We got Jay Morgan. Got some regulars up in here. All right. Well, let me see. Let me see. So as y'all see is the thumbnail. We got the sisters in the building, sisters on the underground. And I'm gonna bring them to the platform very soon. We're gonna talk about the things that they do. We're gonna talk about some history in the past, or some people are confused about. We're gonna talk about some messy stuff too. We're gonna get into all of that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we just as let me pin this real quick. We got to keep everything respectful. You know, I don't like how brothers and even some sisters out there be yelling at sisters. You know what I mean? Our sisters. You know what I mean? We got to protect our sisters at all costs. First off, especially if you're a brother, you're a masculine brother, you're a militant brother. You know who you are. We gotta respect our sisters. You know what I'm saying? And especially what they do for our people. You know what I mean? So we definitely gonna get it in today. Let me see. Let me make sure. Okay. All right. Yeah, we all good. So I tell you what, I ain't gonna wait longer. If you're late, you're late. If you miss it, you'll just catch the replay. So I'm gonna go ahead and start it off. I'm gonna bring my good sister in, and then we're just gonna bring everybody else in first. So first off, how you doing, my good sister?
I'm well. How are you, sir?
I'm all good. I'm all good. So I hope you don't mind. I'm bringing you up first, and then we'll bring everybody else up in a second.
Sounds
So
good.
but how are you feeling today? You know,
I'm well. I'm doing very well today. No
yeah, that's
complaints.
good. That's good. That's good. So we definitely gonna have a conversation to talk about different things, but I definitely want to get into your organization and a lot of things that your organization is doing. So but first thing first, if you just want to have something to say before we get started, by all means.
Well, I would like to let everyone know the type of work that we do. So we are a
Okay.
investigative organization. We specialize in missing persons investigations, sex trafficking, and domestic violence. We also are boots on the ground. If it calls for us to get out there in the streets, then that's what we will do. However, most of our work stems from us, doing research, locating people, investigating the family members, whoever has had a connection with the person that we are searching for. We look into it all. So we take our time. A lot of people holler about, they don't see us out in the streets doing active investigations. What those people don't realize that with sex trafficking, we cannot videotape everything because we never know who's watching. The people that we are searching for could be in further harm or jeopardy by us videotaping. We have had one case where that came into play. We had our green light team, which is our security team, out in the field, and the individuals that were holding her saw that they were in the area, knew the location, and so they moved her. And it did put a dent in our investigation. So from then on, we just said no more videotaping. We also require that everyone that we provide assistance to sign a non-disclosure agreement. So that goes into play with us not being able to post certain things. We are underground, that's our name. So that's exactly how we try to move as much as possible. Yes, we are on social media, but we really only on social media so that the people know that we exist. The people know how to get in contact with us. We try not to post too many of our actual cases on there. There is quite a few of us, a lot of us, a lot of the conductors, they like to remain behind the scenes because of their professional careers, personal lives. We have teachers, doctors, business women, people in political office. So all of that kind of goes into play. And the reason why we wanted to do the show today is because you're not just hindering the three that you see on the picture most of the time. This could affect many people down the line with all the rhetoric going on, but we'll get into that a little later. I just wanted to give a brief description of who we are. We are from all over the place. We are trying to build chapters in every state. We do have one chapter in Jamaica that they're out there. They have many more members over there than we have here in the States. So we are growing. I know a lot of people don't see a lot of us, but there is definitely a lot of us behind the scenes putting in the work that's necessary to put a dent in the growing number of missing Black people. And it's not just women that we focus on. We do focus on men, women, and children from the Black community.
Okay. No, that's beautiful. And I tell you, I've been hearing a lot of great things about what you guys do. So let's back up a little bit. So what what actually got you into this field? Because I did hear about what is it? Melanin alerts. It's supposed to be equivalent to Amber alerts or something like that.
Absolutely.
What got you
So
into this field?
So I have actually been doing sex trafficking for over 20 years. I was more behind the scenes type deal. A lot of people didn't really know that's what I was doing because I didn't want my face really broadcast. I had small children that I was raising. And in this field of work, there is a lot of security things that can happen. So I didn't want to bring my outside work to my front doorstep, if you will. Now that my children are all adults, well, young adults, I should say, I have a little more open door. I can get out there more visibly and be loud and, do a little more. The missing persons, when Sisters of the Underground started, we only focused on sex trafficking and domestic violence. Once everyone started hearing about Sisters of the Underground, we started getting phone calls. We started getting people telling us they needed us to help look for their loved ones. And so that's when we added the missing persons area to our organization, but it was not originally part of our organization. I do want to let everyone know that we are trained to do the work that we do. We are certified to do the work that we do. We take a lot of training classes, so that we can accurately do the work that we do. In addition, I am an advocate for the state that I reside in. So I am certified by the state to also do the work that I do.
Okay. That's nice because I was definitely going to ask about the type of training because I know I spoke with the brother AJ Frazier and how with the different session that he does as far as rescuing,
Mhm.
and I was kind of wondering is it like the same thing where like how does it actually work with the melanin alerts? As soon as you get an alert, for example, what usually happens after that?
Absolutely. So everyone is familiar with the Amber Alert system. We have a texting platform where you can subscribe to receive the alerts. And once we do receive a notification from a family member that needs assistance looking for a missing or endangered loved one, they too have to sign a non-disclosure agreement. They have to have a police report already filed for their missing loved one that allows us to begin our investigation. Before we begin an investigation, once we see that police report, however, we will send out a mass text to everyone that has subscribed to receive those alerts for missing and endangered people. And the number that you can subscribe to receive those is you text the word melanin, MELANIN, to the phone number 702 608 8551. And all you have to do is put the word melanin in there and hit send, and you're automatically enrolled. You don't have to pay for anything. That's already taken care of by Sisters of the Underground. And you can also visit our website to, get a more in-depth in who we are and the Melanin Alert platform itself. Our website is sistersoftheunderground.com. Very simple. Our email is on there. How to subscribe to Melanin Alerts is on there. A little bit about our story is on there as well. And we also have a few resources on there too. So it's a very good website. I'm very proud of the outcome when we developed that website. So please visit it and, just look around on there.
Yeah, absolutely. And I have some of that in the description for anybody that want to know more and look. So the website, email, those things is actually in the description as well. Okay. So I'm not sure, because I know you did mention something earlier as far as not really getting into much detail as far as like the different I guess missions that's been accomplished. But are you able to give some type of example of a success story that happened either recently or in the past or something like that? So like after a melanin alert, like what happened and the success story.
Well, I'm not able to give details about a specific case, but I do want to let everyone know that out of, I don't know the exact number, but I should have wrote that down. I will let everyone know that we have successfully recovered over 90% of those that have reached out to us for assistance. I don't have the actual amount of cases that we have had. A lot of them, is kind of not reported because, again, we have chapters all over the place. We try to keep track as much as we can, but when you got multiple people, it's a little hard to have an exact number.
Mm-hmm. I got you. That's beautiful, and I would say the best thing is keeping a lot of this stuff underground, because the best type of movements I actually seen is the quiet movements, the movements that's not all rah and all outside and doing everything in front of people. It's more like it's silent. You're able to do things like under the radar and really get the job done. You know what I mean? So that actually says something. I mean, what it says to me is just that here are people that doesn't really need the praise and the notification, the notorieties and things like that. You know what I mean? So I think that's the way that it really supposed to be. You know what I mean? So people that just doesn't need the praise, they're able to make movements and do things righteously, So I think that's a beautiful thing. There's something that we definitely need in this movement, and it needs to be consistent. So I wanted to ask because as I talk about some of the different movements, what something that I think about is just the funding. Like how is this particular movement able to be funded? And what and which way can the people actually donate and help out as well?
So everything that we have done has been self-funded out of our own pockets. We the way we are set up, and we have regional conductors and local conductors, and when they have a case in their city or state, they are paying out of pocket. We provide relocation services where we have to get someone from one city and state to another, so we have to pay out of pocket for bus tickets, we have to pay for plane fare, we have to feed people, we do offer take groceries to single moms that don't have any groceries in their house, and all of that is self-funded. We do get donations of diapers sometimes, so we provide that as well, but for the most part, every single thing that we have done has been out of the conductor's pockets. We are not actually asking for donations today. We would prefer that everyone, if they are looking to donate, to please donate it to Otha Wallace fundraising efforts. If you are looking to donate, that's where we would like to request that you send the donations to.
Oh, that's beautiful. So, I do feel, and I think that's very dope that you actually mentioned Otha Wallace, and I did actually see another donation. I seen other donations in the past, but I seen another donation just yesterday from the Sisters of the Underground. So that's I think that's a beautiful thing. But I feel like all organizations need to be funded in some type of way. They're just how I feel. In order to keep it consistent and keep it going for the longevity. So we need to come up with some type of think tank in order to make that happen. I don't know how that's going to happen.
Absolutely. Well, like I said, we do not actually ask for donations. But if anyone is interested, of course, you could do so through our website. We do have Cash Out, which is Underground Sisters. But like I said, the donations, they're not there. Even if we were asking for donations, most organizations does not get the support financially from the community like I believe that they should. And so because we cannot not do the work that we do, we have to figure it out. Sometimes it takes multiple of us in the organization to band together and pay for certain things or make a donation on our organization's behalf, which is what we did yesterday. We came together because that's what we do. I know a lot of people have heard some not so good things about our organization, but those that know us, those that has worked with us, they know that we give it our all. We do what we can. We have donated to comrades who have lost family members funerals, so and I don't want to really get into all that, but to know us is to love us. And if you don't know much about us, of course, the rhetoric that you see online is going to be in your head, and you're going to kind of steer towards that. But I welcome anyone that wants to have a one-on-one conversation with me or any conductor in the organization. We're very open people. We have nothing to hide. We're very open to anyone that has any questions. Even our donations, if people want to donate and they want to see where those donations go, our books are open to that. We're not trying to hide anything.
Okay, nice. So and by the way, let me know when you want to bring up the sisters. And just, yeah, and
We can
just
bring them in now.
okay, yeah. And speaking of the sisters, well, let me go on and bring them up.
I'm about to.
Okay.
Good evening. Peace and power.
Peace of power. There we
Okay.
go. There go my sisters. How's everyone tonight?
Beautiful.
Doing
Beautiful.
well.
Beautiful.
Black power.
Power.
There we go.
Black Power, everybody. Oh, nice to meet everybody here.
You as
And
well,
if we can go around, introduce ourselves and just kind of go from there.
We can start with Mama Badu since she's at the top.
Thank you, Queen. Thank you. My underground name is Oya Badu. It's the name that I gave myself, and it's a powerful name. It means warrior, warrior goddess. Badu means number 10. I'm 10 of 12 children, so it was an appropriate surname to give myself. I may be the youngest member of the group. In terms of membership. I am the oldest member of the group, but I may be the youngest one in terms of membership. And it was like, it was crazy how I found them. So it was meant to be. And I am so delighted to be a part of this group. I'm retired. My profession should be unknown, but I'm retired, and I'm going to do whatever I can whenever I'm asked to do whatever is whatever I'm called upon to do. So I'm good. And thank you for asking, bruh. Thank you for having us.
No problem. Oh, all right.
Let's see. We could go with, I don't know where Aset went, but we could go with Sister Kalita.
I'm here. I'm sorry. I'm turning down my phone. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Well, I don't know what name I want to go by, but I'm still me. But anyway, I'm going to adapt what Brother Malik Zulu Shabazz has ordained me and Kalita. And with that being said, I really don't want to trip on the titles. I've just been assisting Brother Malik for the past 8 years in the membership of the party, as being executive editor, director for the Book of Khalid and all those types of projects. And with all that being said, handling his media and all of that is too cumbersome to go into. But that led me to, once Brother Malik, sincerely, wholeheartedly appreciated SOTU and what they were about, upon, meeting them in Tulsa and all of that. And of course, if he sanctions it and he's supportive, then of course I'm going to support him. So because of the role and the lane that I play with him in terms of, like I said, media and logistics and all that, I stepped up and volunteered and, connected with Sister Lucidi. And I said, hey, if you need me in that regard, I'm more than welcome to help out, and I'm here. And that's what I do. And I'll speak to that a little more in terms of your question, Brother O.C., about how do we get, more exposure and get, who we are and what we are out there. So that's basically it. And thank you for having us.
No problem.
Sister Cash, I'll see you next, and then
quick,
we'll go with Offset.
My moderators make sure that we get some of these comments up out of here.
Yeah. Okay. Y'all see this? This is what I got to hold my mouth. I don't know if it's gonna work.
I can't comment, but I can respond. So.
Who's up next? Sister Offset?
Okay. What was it? I kind of had got in late a little bit, but I think you had asked just a little brief description or something, right?
Right. Yes.
That's right.
Okay. So I'm Aset, but everybody probably know me as Chantel. That's the name I started with when I joined the movement. And then Brother Dr. Malik Zulu Shabazz, he anointed me with Aset. So that's what I prefer to use now. So but yeah, I just got in the movement probably just like a year or so ago. And just like kind of after the George Floyd murder, and it just really woke me up. So I joined the movement, and then that's when I met Lasadie at my first 2A march in Dallas, Texas. And so she asked me to come abroad. And so I know this is just being in the movement. I just been seeing things differently that's been happening to our people that I didn't see before, when I was in that other type lifestyle. So just being able to give back, and like Lafidi said earlier, you know, my kids are grown, so now it's time for me to just change my lifestyle to something different, and I just want to be in the movement and help in any way I can.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Sorry, I had got cut off when I was my thing. I got my call, but I'm Cass from Connecticut. I have been doing a lot of domestic violence investigation and education for a couple of years before I met these two sisters at the PA Mark, and we just matched, you know, just like them children are gone. So now I'm able to have free fluid, you know. She read our younger people about the violence towards women and children.
Yes, indeed. I don't know if it was me, but that sounded a little muffled in and out.
Yeah.
I hope everybody else could hear it though.
I could be because I've been traveling, so it could be because of that.
Okay. I think maybe it's your microphone. It is going in and out, you know. But peace to you, sister. Peace to you, sister. So so I take it that these are all sisters of the underground from different states, different regions, or is that correct?
Yeah, so everyone on this discussion tonight is from a different city and state. We do have others but like I said earlier, those members like to, stay behind the scenes. They're more, discreet with their membership. Sister Chantel is our Southern Region conductor.
That's it.
All set. I'm sorry. Well, I know you at Chantel.
It's a subliminal.
Sister Offset is our Southern Regional Conductor. She heads up the investigation for our Missing Persons Department. Sister Cash is for the Midwestern Regional Conductor, and she heads up the cases for our domestic violence. Sister Badu, Mama Badu is what we call her. She is our spokesperson for the organization, and Sister Renee is our Minister of Information.
Leader.
I'm sorry, Kalita. Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's okay, sis. No offense. No offense. We just have to get used to it. We are rebirthing ourselves with new names and meanings. So it's okay.
The real resurrection, right?
I'm saying Requiem for Renee. That's what it is.
And I believe those two ladies, Sister Mama Badu and Sister Kalita, you guys are in the same state.
Yeah,
I believe. But we are all over the place. We have people in Colorado, Chicago. We're kind of all over the place.
Okay. That's a good thing. So since you all on the platform now, we're gonna get into some other questions. And I know some of the people, asking like, "Hey, did I miss something?" and stuff. So let's go ahead and get into it. So so in the past, I think it was a situation. I go ahead and say names, because I want everybody to really understand exactly what's going on, what happened, and things like that. So we had a situation, and this is all under Ozone and getting money for Ozone. At the time, Ozone, the campaign was under a different website, and different people was like Remy and I don't know how many other people that you guys were speaking to, just basically corresponding with Ozone and his team at the time. And I think what was mentioned, correct me if I'm wrong, it was 150K that was mentioned to pretty much take care of his attorney fees and things like that. So I want to know what happened with that conversation, even with Remy, and then what actually happened with the 150K, and what happened with the fall off of Remy and things like
Absolutely.
that.
So let's start at the beginning with
Okay.
this situation. We all knew of Brother O from, I met him the first time in Tulsa, just in passing when we all went to the 2A march in Tulsa. When we heard about his situation, all of us, we felt extremely bad for him. Because he is literally around the same age as our children. I have a son about 2 years younger than Brother O. So one day we were having a conversation, disclosing with each other how bad we felt for him and how we wish that we could do more. After that conversation, I was contacted by a member of SOTU that let me know that they had a donor that wanted to use our organization's name to donate because they couldn't publicly do so on their own. I was never in contact with the donors. The person that brought that to my attention was the go between. I was to be the spokesperson, be in on the meetings, be in contact with the family, and so that's what I was doing. All of the information as far as the actual donation, I never spoke to the actual donors. Okay. There was an incident where I was told that a deposit had been made into the account. Then there was a hiccup with the account and routing number, and the funding needed to be reversed. This is the information that I'm receiving, so that's the information that I'm giving to the family. Once that was cleared, we got the correct information. I was told that the deposit had been resent. To this day, I have never seen a receipt to prove that that donation has been made. I cannot verify who the actual donors were because again, I was not the point of contact. I was asked to use my organization's name to receive the donation, and in return, we were to turn those funds over to Othel. It was a different amount when we first started. I was reassured that that amount would be covered. And then once we started meeting with the attorneys, that amount changed. So before I agreed that Sisters of the Underground would match that or cover the remaining balance, I verified with the point of contact if the donors would be willing to do so. I was reassured multiple times that it would not be an issue. Um, after the reassurance, again, we were just simply waiting for those funds to hit the account. I cannot sit here and tell you that the funds actually hit the account because I don't know. I was not in charge of that.
So, just not to cut you off, what account are we talking about? What accounts exactly?
The attorney's account, the deposit that we were supposed to make was supposed to go directly into the attorney's account. Um, the
Okay.
information that you all received where there was a hiccup with the routing number, that actually happened. However, when the attorneys corrected that information, I was told that the funds had to hit and then be reversed. I don't know if it ever hit. I don't know if it ever reversed, and I don't know where those funds are at.
Hmm. Okay. That's very interesting because later on we found out that the account that was hooked up to the website actually belonged to Remy. You know, so as far as like the actual attorney, I don't even think at that time a attorney was actually secured at that time. I
So
wasn't sure.
when we came on board, they were still searching for an attorney. We sat
Right.
in on conversations with multiple attorneys that they were trying to secure. Um, the attorney in question, again, that he was trying to secure, I'm talking about Remy, um, we were just waiting. They were waiting for the funds that SO2 promised. We never actually made the deposit, and so that attorney did decline to stay on board. Um, at that time, Remy did show proof that he had deposited the I don't know, I think it was like 45 or 55, somewhere in there, 55K. He did send a receipt to the actual group text that I was in. Once of our funds never showed up, he did request those funds back and it went back to him. After that, I don't know what happened with the funds, because as you all know, he went on an attack campaign, and just everything just kind of went left after that.
Yeah,
So
it got a little messy, a little
a lot
messy.
messy.
So
Totally to the left.
A
yeah,
lot
it
messy.
went left.
Totally.
So did you? I just want to ask, like, did you notice any fishy things going on, like just do with the conversation that you guys was having, like
At
anything,
that
anything
time,
that
I
was like,
had absolutely no reason to question the validity of what we had promised. I did. The person that had brought it to my attention is very important member of the organization, and again, like, I trusted that person, and I cannot tell you what happened. I've heard multiple things on reason why the funds have not actually hit the account, but that would all be speculation at this point, because again, as of today, those funds are not accounted for.
yeah. I mean, you're not by yourself when you say you trusted, what was going on. So, I mean, this platform itself definitely trusted what was going on as well. So, um, come to find out, I was wrong. As far as like who I trust, and a lot of us was. So, you know,
Well, that's
crazy
because of the
situation.
emotionalism in the whole subject. That's where the focus is lost.
Right.
In terms of the goal was protecting the O and everything else. And
Right.
everybody that's gone left, right, money, whatever, and all this chattering and cussing folk out and all that, you still have lost focus. At the end of the day,
Yeah.
it's about him, not about a feeling. I want to say it's not about a dollar, but it is only because that's what these boys want to protect him. So my point, I'm saying it again to your point, what you're saying, brother OC yourself, you set out on an endeavor to be supportive, and try to raise monies and all that. Then when folks' ego, which stands for everybody got one, it got distracted. And this is why we are where we are a year damn near later. And the
Hmm.
brother's trial is coming up very soon,
Yeah. And
Yeah.
we're still trying to
and
collect
we're still
donations.
trying. And on that
Right.
note, I just wanted to thank you, brother OC, for carrying it live, and brother Malik. We raised 5K,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
that's a proven point
Hmm.
to show you if you are true to the mission and stay focused on what you need to be focused on, your goal can get accomplished. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I didn't mean to take over. I just have to just inject. I'm just
No,
overlooking
no,
stuff, but
that's
that's
a good
my
point.
perspective. That's my take, and
No,
I just don't
that's a
want us to
good.
get too far behind the eight ball with it because we're running out
Yeah,
of time, basically.
yeah, that date is right around the corner. You know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
we definitely got to do everything that we have to do to help out this case. That's for
Yep.
sure. And
Hmm.
the Sister of the Underground has actually not only donated yesterday, but donated a few times before.
Before.
You know what I
Hmm.
mean? So
Hmm.
I can't speak any bad on that. I think the only thing that people kind of got a bad taste was just the 150K. But then even after that, Remy kind of gave everybody a bad take. So you know, we taking this word over. You know what I mean? So yeah, it just it we just
It's
somewhere else with
unfortunate.
it.
The
It's
level of messiness that it reached, it was, I was dumbfounded at some of the things that were being said, some of the things being done. And I want to bring attention to the fact that, I was receiving death threats via social media, through my text, from grown ass black men sending death threats to a black woman that is out there putting her life on the line to save people from the community. Um, I have no words for the level of pettiness that reached, and we all know who was behind it. We know Remy was the best instigator behind that. Him and his sidekick Blaze, or whoever her name is, both of them together took it upon themselves to release personal information about me in particular, posting my personal address where I lay my head, where my children come in and out. And I find that absolutely disturbing that you would go to those lengths to do something like that. For no reason, basically. You had absolutely no. Yeah, I know what's gonna get started them out.
Because you know you're the leader and we will follow.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we have to take into consideration that the work that we do itself is dangerous. I have been accosted by pimps. I have been accosted by people at the courthouse, So putting my information out there, it was extremely unnecessary, and the people responsible for that should be ashamed of themselves. Of course, they are not, because
They
anyone
not.
that's petty to do anything like that,
And then be trying to claim consciousness and all in it.
Spirituality and all of this other foolishness that they claim to be about Black empowerment, all of that, and to do that to not just another Black person, but a Black woman. I just was dumbfounded.
Not only that, what bothered me the most was, we went to explain, and we weren't even given the attack for a meeting. Information was leaked. A lot of different things happened, and while we're bickering with each other, this man is literally fighting for his life. You know what I mean? And that's the hard thing for me personally.
Your sound is okay.
I didn't like all the mess, and it just continued. So that turned me off.
Your sound is really bad.
I'm driving. You guys know I'm driving, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I think we got the gist of what you were saying, though. It's just a bad look overall, But ultimately, I'm glad we are getting past that. We are moving in the right direction. We at the point where we just need the funds. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's a great thing. That's a good thing. Getting the ball rolling and just kind of looking on from that. All right. So, all right. So, with that said, that brings us into other situations that's been going on, with other platforms per se, and different organizations, if I could say, or people saying different things about I would say each one of y'all, it's an organization. So
yeah,
on that, and just clearing the air, because I heard a few things, and I'll be honest, the type of things that happens on this particular platform, I really don't watch it, really don't care about this platform because it's just so negative. I don't really get into that. I don't know what type of people that will actually get into some negative like consistently all the time. Like I don't know who will tune into that type of station.
Well, it wasn't always that way. It was not always, from my recollection, years past. And that particular person has even attended a very large convention that Brother Malik and other constituents put together on the platform, on the dais. Okay. Even had the brother on the show to interview when we first introduced the Book of College for marketing, which he was charged for the interview. Wrap your head around that one. Somewhere after that interview for the book marketing, he took a left turn. So trying to answer what you're saying, there is no justification other than your own guilt of consciousness. I don't know. And I've never even questioned Brother Malik about where, I know what his intentions are, where his head is. But in speaking to that, it's a no-brainer, Brother OC. you know, when you create your own platform, and we're falling into that whole algorithm trap, is what we're doing. This is what my takeaway is. Even on various other platforms, we're in the age of now. Like, it's not like before. You know, you say something, they got to go prove it and prove it. Now it is voice control, eye control, all of that. Your words are out there, and these alphabet boys, all they want is just that, the information. And those like dummies put it out there under the auspices of, oh, I'm just gonna, you know, for likes and clicks and monetization or whatever the reason is. And it's really sad, because what they do is they tear down the foundation of things that, you know, people are honestly and genuinely, earnestly trying to attempt to do better. You know, which is why I say we right now as a people, we can't get past ready, set. We're not. When we tear each other down like this, and just to even go back to, like we were saying about Brother O, just to take that one incident in itself and how it has this deviating turn behind devious minds. So here's for the record. Believe what you want. You can bite it, spit it, chew it out, shit it out, whatever you need to do. We are here, Sisters of the Underground, this evening for the last and final time. It's on you. You believe what you want, meaning the general public. Because trust and believe. This sister put in the work in, as she said, she puts the work in, you know, all of it, I should say, when we go on missions or whatever, and we put our lives in danger only for the purpose of trying to save another life, whether it's a child, an adult, male, female. I mean, come on, what are we doing? All I want to know is all of the accusations that you all have been saying, please show receipts. Because right now, all you're doing is regurgitating rhetoric. The same thing over and over, and you're not proving anything. Let me just say this, and I'll be off and let someone else speak. In particular, to the person you're speaking about, when it was revisited a few days ago, and I'm watching the thread, and not by habit, just someone put me onto it. The potential, the way the conversation was going, and people were unaware of the backdrop of the situation, had a lot of questions, you know, that kind of thing. My point is, we could have gotten 20 good recruits out of that chat, that group. Innocent people who don't know. But when you start distorting, you know, their mindset, then that's what they're going to fall into. That's what they're going to believe, all the adjectives, all the negatives. So at the end of the day, y'all, we're going to do what we got to do. If you don't like it, I'll give you my address. It's no big deal. Okay.
We're not doing that today.
Yeah, we are.
But I co-sign what she just said.
You know, but you know what I'm saying? Because even a conversation like this can turn and go left and all of that. But at the end, at all, I'm just saying, and I'm going to ask it as a plea in my first and only fight. Let's just stop. Let's just stop. There are too many. Every day you can look on your timeline. This child is missing. This baby is missing. Found murdered. Found dead. This person is shot. And y'all ain't doing jack shit about it. Sorry, the lady came out. Y'all ain't doing nothing about it but talking. Giving these alphabet boys the rhythm that they need on these daggone platforms. Well, that is so, that's just, you know, we can't use this word, but that's so retarded. I'm sorry, I'm shutting up.
Well, and then, you know, doing all of that also, like you said, it does hurt our memberships, our recruit numbers. We need all hands on deck pretty much for the work that we do. There are times where we are up all night researching a case and, you know, doing things like that. So we do need the help with our investigations, but at the same time, the different fields that we have people working in, they cannot attach themselves to SOTU because of all the rhetoric. They cannot jeopardize their livelihoods. They can't jeopardize their professional careers. Myself, I am a business owner, and so it got to a point where all of the crap that Remy was trying to pull, it, you know, it could have hindered my business. It could have taken money out of my home where I wouldn't have been able to provide for my children. So it's okay if you don't like somebody. It's a lot of people out there that don't like me. I don't care about that. But when you start stooping so low to start posting people's careers, professional careers. They're messing with their livelihoods. That's a dangerous thing, and it's uncalled for. It's a lot of people I don't like, but I would never post their personal information on social media because, again, you don't know who's out there looking for us. You don't know who we have pissed off with our investigation. You know, child molesters, predators, anybody could be looking for us. And so we're out there trying to live our normal lives, just out running errands. But then we getting people that we didn't even know were coming for us, approaching us. You know, so just keep that in mind. We are women, most of all. We're Black women. You know, so and I'm rambling, but somebody else can speak.
Oh, it's understood.
Because
point taken.
That I just couldn't believe that people would do something like that. But you know, nothing surprises me anymore. But go ahead, Joe.
Right.
You know what makes it so bad? Can you guys hear me better now?
Much better.
Yes,
I swear, I'm on the road traveling, and I stopped in Maryland, and it just all went left inside the house. There's no signal, so I apologize. I was just saying earlier how, you know, as a Black woman who all of us sisters on this panel, who stand so hard for Black men, and especially as me being an advocate for women who've been hurt or damaged by Black men, to try to help one and be attacked on this kind of platform was extremely disheartening. But I will say this on a positive note. I appreciate every Black guy who stood up and said, you know, you guys went too far. This isn't okay. We getting beside the mission. So, you know, there really is a difference between goons and gods. And that's why we were so far behind Ozone. I never wanted any of this to happen. No one wants that baby to lose his life. You know, we all know that that's the platform, but we have to look at ourselves on what we're doing to each other as groups. It's a really bad look for those who really want to come and help. And I'm hoping that we can change that, because there are women and men who need help who are afraid to come to different organizations for help because of all the things that are going on.
It's true. But they won't co-sign when they hear the negativity, and unbeknownst to them, it's a bunch of lies. Now the due diligence is upon that person, you know, to check it out, investigate. Do I want to get involved or not? But you just take away from, you know, what the real mission and the plight is. So
agree totally. Totally.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I mean, it's so much. If I could say negative people, and I'll be real. Sometimes I'll be thinking that it's COINTELPRO making different moves with different organizations, especially if it's
with the same people. Hello.
Yeah.
I mean, true that. Yes.
There's certain platforms that will be very consistent when it comes to just the negative stuff, and then especially when it comes to attacking, you know, like I said, individuals that's actually doing stuff in the community. You know what I mean? I find it very interesting, and I don't want to say this person's name. It's kind of hard not to, but I find it very interesting. You said Taco Bay? Okay. Taco Bay. Okay. So people like that, they ask certain questions, almost like it's interviewing type of FBI questions or something when they talk about these different organizations. You know, when they ask and finding questions to find more information for somebody, you know, it's very interesting. So they will have different people on their platform, and then just kind of fishing these different, like, okay, what did this person do? Where this person like?
It sounds like he needs to work with us then, if he doing all that, right?
I'm sorry, what'd you say? Sounds like who?
I said it sounds like he needs to work for us since he doing all that kind of work.
No.
No, I'm just saying, just if people gonna be doing that kind of work, Don't you think that? I mean, hey, we do need people all across the
You mean
U.S.
from an investigative
I get
perspective?
what you're
Yeah,
saying.
right. You know, just knowing how to ask questions and go out and talking to the community, trying to, I'm just saying,
I feel your
But
point, but for that
like
particular
a
person,
person
I
like
wouldn't
that.
trust nothing at all. But I see
there's
what your
certain
point is to say.
certain questions will incriminate, different people. You know what I'm saying? The type of questions that he's asking, So
The
with
type of
that
people he
said,
brings on.
say it again.
The type of people he brings on, you know?
Well,
With that too. That
He
too.
brings,
I mean,
people
speaking
on live
of,
organizations. Well, he might not know that they're lying. I'll give him that. He may
lies,
not
trash,
know.
garbage. Yeah, that boy know. We ain't gonna give this is we said we were coming with the truth. No, we're not
Yeah, but
giving
here's the
nobody
thing.
no passes on nothing
I'm
tonight.
not
That
giving
boy,
anybody a
I know.
pass.
Hold on, Cass.
But
We're not gonna put that out there. We're not gonna give no passes.
okay,
He knows
okay,
exactly what he's doing because if you bring in the same people numerous
yeah,
times, again,
yep,
for regurgitated and then adding to the regurgitated BS and lies. See, and this is
yeah,
why we can see you've opened up the platform. So let me just go on and just take it.
yeah. Let's
That's
do
how I
it,
step
sis.
in. Ain't no need to go on to get gummy bears to come back and lie on nobody at
Right.
all. I'm here to tell you now. This is where you're going to stop. This is me talking to you, Renee, Khalida, whoever you want to choose to call me. Here's what you're not going to do. Taco Bay, Gummy Bear, none of y'all. Number one, you're going to stop accusing Brother Malik Zulu Shabazz as being an alphabet boy. Because see, where your ignorance lies, if he was such, would he really be allowed to be in the courtrooms defending black people and families? In as much as even sometimes winning cases, 40, 50, $100,000 for over 16, 20 years. Number two, you're going to stop saying that Brother Malik Zulu Shabazz, Brother Hashim Nzinga, is implicated in any kind of way in the transition and the death of Brother Khalid Abdul Muhammad. The
Absolutely.
ancestors will
So
strike your monkey ass down the next time it comes out your mouth. I'm putting it out in the ocean. Okay? We're not doing that. You're not doing. I'm here to tell you that touched me in my heart, though. We've been dealing with this same rhetoric conversation post Tulsa, and it's just again be going on and on. The other thing, what touches my heart in alignment to what we do as SOTU sisters in search and rescuing, when again you speak certain words and terms on this algorithm, and particularly when you make false accusations about someone's sexual conduct. First
yes,
of all, we grown. Get that part. I'm on my 65 solar in 60 days. Get that part. The other part of it is, and even if that person did do that, what relevance of you speaking to what people do privately, what does that accomplish and what does that have to do with anything? But most importantly, when they got that nut, did that make you feel good? Be real.
yeah. It's so weird to me because
Stop. I ain't done. Stop. I'm not
okay,
done. I'm not done because this has to come out. I'm passionate about it. It's just they are going to stop accusing. And again, publicly. And for those who have purchased and bought the book of Khalid and have read it or not, I'm here to tell you, I'm not even going to go through the whole book in the scenario, but here's a clue for you. Would Brother Far Gray had even written our forward and edited our book and helped market our book if he thought one inclination that Brother Malik or Brother Hashim had something to do with touching his dad? Y'all are just some ill-mannered. I can't even, without cussing, it's hard to say. I can't find no other adjectives, y'all. I'm sorry. You cannot keep doing this because what you don't understand is that power that you put out here in the universe. See, that 360, you're not escaping it. You can stand any direction you want to stand. It's going to either smack you in the face or kick you in the ass, but it's coming back. We have work to do. We don't need to be blemished upon any speculation. If you want to know, like Sister Shakur said, just come and sit and ask. But
yes.
right now, we're not sugarcoating nothing from nobody. So if you all aren't, and I say you all meaning us, if we're not taking the charge in this tone, this is why they keep attacking us, because nobody's come back to attack them.
Well, here's where I was leading with that. Like, I watch people come on the show. I don't know. I've never done an interview with him specifically.
And I pray that you don't.
Trust me, we won't. But my issue is, people come on the show and they make things up. And I don't know that he knows that. I know he knows something. I'm not saying he doesn't. But who's really culpable, though? This is my point. Who's culpable? Is it him, or is the person who took the time to make up the story to push it out there with an ulterior motive? We know that interview the other day.
Just stop. I'm gonna tell you both, because from a social media platform, or just media period platform, as the host, OC or anyone else has to have the due diligence to research their guests. And when you have a demented person repeatedly on your platform spewing the same lies and trash, that's up to you if you want to keep biting off of that. And that only goes back into his own ego. That's something separate. So to answer your question, sis, it's up to us as guests,
right?
The host as the host. Do you think reporters go out there on the major outlets and don't do their reporting before? We have a paid platform that I do my my mail press releases from. I've had so many we can't do it. Why? Because you use the term black power, or you use the term militia. They know who we are. This is where people fail to understand the notoriety that we do have. And it only becomes a bad blemish for us when those are in our circle. I'm speaking of collectively as a black unified nation. Y'all. But see, everybody that walk around in this, y'all know them demons. That's all. So it ain't nothing to it but that. But we're gonna stop doing that, brother OC. I promise to God, it's just heartbreaking. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna be done for this moment. Those sexual allegations, I'm gonna bring it back up in Tulsa. You're a liar.
Yeah, let's get into it. Let's get into
it. You are not you. I'm not talking to us as you.
We can't talk over each other, though, ladies. Let's be mindful of who's speaking. We're talking over.
I'm just saying you're a liar. Them, those, and they. And if whatever the brother did or anybody did, again, you're dealing with a grown ass man. What business is it of yours?
Exactly.
And anything that he has done, folks don't know how. Just from this one event yesterday with the hip hop summit, the hip hop showcase, I know what the brother dug in his pocket because I use his business card to make stuff happen. This man goes out on a limb. The blessing is he's able to do it. The other blessing is he has an open heart to do it.
Yeah, and let me jump in on that really quick. I just want to let people know that Brother Malik, Dr. Malik, sorry, I just call him Brother Malik. He has been SOTU's #1 supporter from the day that he heard about us. This brother has done nothing but offer, his support, his guidance, along with the other brothers that are generals. But Dr. Malik has offered his platform to get us exposure many times. Mm-hmm. He's offered, he's done tremendous amount of things to show that he supports the work that we do. And for people to try to attack him or throw out a claim that somehow that equates to him sleeping with the members of Sisters of the Underground. First, let me just say, why in the Black community does it mean that just because a Black man is supporting a Black woman, that automatically means he's sleeping around?
Right.
One of my very best friends is a man, and I have never crossed the line with him. He's never crossed the line with me. We got to get out of that brainwash mentality that, just because this person supports her or she supports him, that means that they're sleeping around together. Dr. Malik is a big brother to every conductor in Sisters of the Underground, and he treats us as such.
With much respect.
He has never disrespected us, never approached us in that type of manner. So for people to try to equate that in,
I got you.
Y'all know it's hard for me to. It's hard for me.
Stop.
It just has to stop, because again, you're really not hurting us. You are. I will say you are bringing somewhat of a dark cloud over the organization as a whole. But even doing that, you are not directly hurting the members. who you are hurting are the very same people that you claim to be for and doing for in the community. Trying to dismantle our organization does not hurt each one of us individually. It does not hurt us. You do hurt the people in the community that benefits from the services that we offer. And I'm going to leave it. Well, no, actually, I have something else to say. So there, we all know that there is, I call the person pale face white.
Becky.
Oh, the moist lady.
So we know, and I'm just
That's
gonna
our
say names.
Angelites.
I'm like y'all, because we said we was gonna do this and be done. So I'm gonna just say names. Janae, you should be ashamed of yourself. You're too damn old to be that messy. She is feeding information about people in this organization to a white chick, some pale-faced white chick, feeding her information, claiming that she's seen us in Tulsa sleeping with men and doing all of this other childish, ignorant behavior accusations that she's throwing out there. Like, first of all, I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna be petty. I'm not gonna be petty. I'm gonna leave it there. You too old to be doing the things that you're doing. You claim to be pro-black, black power, but yet you're feeding information and lies to some pale-faced white chick about people that are actually proven to be for their community. So that's all I have to say about all of that. Again, for the record, Dr. Malik is just our biggest supporter, one of our biggest supporters. All of the generals have shown nothing but love and respect to us. None of them has approached us in such a manner for people to even think that we are all sleeping around. And again, we're all almost 50 and above. If we are, so the hell what? We're grown as hell. We're grown as
29
hell.
years old.
Why is it your business?
Grown ass women. But in the meantime, you trying to consummate a marriage through a jail cell. Shut up. I ain't playing with you. I'm not playing with you. Look at this. I'm not playing with you.
Let's talk about how dangerous the lies she tells. I mean, I don't talk about it often. I don't really like to talk about it. And it is an active case. So what bothers me is, I think at this point, we all know that there was some type of security breach that happened in the fall. I'm not going to go too far into detail, but I will say that this is factual, that immediately after, before my two sisters, who are like my blood sisters, Janae calls randomly. She hasn't spoken to me in a significant amount of time. I was just worried if you were okay. How would you know whether or not I was okay at 2:33 in the morning? Why do you want to know if I'm okay all of a sudden? And then suddenly I see the moist lady talking about it.
That's too much credit to give her moist for her dry ass white skin. She just
know what? We ladies,
don't give her
gonna
moist.
keep it cute. We gonna
That's how I say
no holds barred.
Oh, see, don't let them cut up. I'm warning you right now. Don't let them cut up.
Hey,
You see, I'm over here being quiet. I'm over here being quiet.
But I'm saying all that to say this. Even though I kept doing the work, because I know that even though I might be hurt, there are people who really depend on me to come through. So I had to just push through. My sisters are my witness. I don't cry about much, but I was absolutely crushed over that. And then to see, to this day, how did that picture end up in everybody's hands to go all over social media anyway? You know what I mean? Only a few people had it. And it just bothers me as somebody I call sister. Because if I call you my family, I mean that shit. You know what I mean? I mean it from the bottom of my soul. Even if I don't necessarily like you, if you're in my circle, you're my family. You know what I mean?
Sis, I need to cut you off really quick because you're referencing a picture. Not everyone knows the backstory behind it. So if you're gonna bring it up, you gotta.
Okay. So I'm pretty sure a lot of people have seen it. In the fall, I was doing deliveries, you know. I'll take a little bit of ownership because I knew better than to just be so lackadaisical. That particular day, I was on my last delivery and I was checking on my last apartment building. And I go in there. I don't have any kind of weapons to keep myself safe. I just kind of hop out and run in the building. Now there's a front door and there's a back door. Someone rushes me from the back door and puts a revolver to my head, literally. And the Ring camera caught it. That's the only way that, you know, anything happened. There's voice clips on the Ring camera and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know,
I
during
did
the day, you did see it, right?
I
So
did.
yeah, so imagine how I felt.
Seen it.
Yeah, right. Who hasn't seen it?
I've seen it.
Renee, I gotta find it.
But you know what? That needs to stop. Period. Anyway, sending that kind of, like, we're supposed to be a Black empowerment movement. I mean, why are we sending these text messages with people's information and screenshotting conversations between this and that and recording people's conversations? And then, I mean, why are we doing that?
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you, I got.
Let OC, I want to hear. Huh? What you say?
I'm gonna tell you, like, for that particular thing, I got a random email. I usually get emails and I recognize the people, but this particular email, I had no idea who this person was. But I seen that picture that you're talking about, and I find that just very interesting.
Oh, it was emailed to you?
It was emailed to me.
See?
Yeah. Okay, so
that's ridiculous.
Random person.
This picture is everywhere, and it's just like, this is really in real time. This is my life. What if the trigger was pulled? I have grandchildren and I have children who still have to live with it. Nobody ever thought, you know, my daughter might say, that's my mom with a revolver to her head. Nobody ever thought that.
So how did that end, sis?
Well, here's the problem with that. It is an active investigation.
I'm talking about when the gun was here, then what?
He said, I'll never forget it. You better stop doing what you're doing or I'm going to stop you. I didn't really know what that meant. Like, did I rescue somebody I shouldn't have rescued? What happened? You know what I'm saying? I talk shit to everybody. I don't care. Pull up. So I don't know where it came from, but I had no beef with anybody on that type of level.
No, what did you do after those were? I'm trying to get the picture of the picture to get better clarity on the scenario. You had that, he said that, and then what happened?
Like, he had his arm around my neck in a chokehold.
Okay, and took your
and then he said, you better stop what you do. I mean, he just kept holding me, trying to shake me left to right, you know, and I'm so caught off guard. I'll just be honest.
So how'd you get away from that?
He pushed me into the wall and ran back out the back door.
Oh, okay, so I'm trying to get to that part. Like, you know, how did it end?
He pushed me into the there was an exit sign. He pushed me into that and he ran back out the back door. And it bothered me because who knew that there were no cameras at the time at that back door? You know, there's Ring cameras on every single apartment door. I live in Connecticut. Connecticut is like a mini New York. It's not what people think. So a lot of us have Ring cameras, you know, and it caught it. You know what I mean? But it just bothers me. It bothers me so bad that what's her name? I don't know. She got so many names. Pat Ash or whatever made a live talking about I wanted attention. I absolutely don't want any attention.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you what I saw in that email. They were saying that you was kidnapped or something like that. You know what I mean? But they also said that that information was put out just so you could get some type of attention and people's money and you know, donations and things like that. So that's what I seen in the email.
You know what's crazy is, no, I was not kidnapped. And anybody, you can ask anybody who really knows me. I don't even believe in GoFundMe and all of that. I never have. So I don't know why anybody would think that I want attention. Like, listen, life is pretty good for me over here. You know, I own a couple businesses. My children are blossoming. I don't need attention. You know what I mean? And if I needed attention, that's not the kind I want. You know what I mean? So you know, even though it was something for somebody to pass around and say such nasty things about, that was really my life. Now, just put your daughter in that situation with a gun to her head. Would you want that for your daughter or your mother? Put your mother there.
So who took the picture?
The Ring camera caught the whole thing.
Okay.
And the police took the camera for evidence to break it down. So they took it off the door. There, like I said, there's an investigation. But the things that stick out to me are those phone calls immediately after. My sisters hadn't even spoken to me that day. So
okay,
when
let's go back into that and excuse me, sister. I said, oh yeah, I don't mean to be just taken off. It's just a lot of things on me. I need clarity.
No, go ahead.
The first I'm hearing about a picture, the scenario. I honestly didn't know, because that is how we do operate. Certain things I don't know. It's up to Sister Mercedes. What she shares with who in assignments. Everybody don't know. Less is better. But here's the problem. Because we have allowed them to do what they have been doing for far too long. The most hurtful thing that we have done to ourselves coming up out of Tulsa. Tulsa was such a beautiful, successful mission.
Yep.
And then the hateration started for whatever reason. And then y'all wanted to go, elementary school, 12th grade with the he say, she say shit and the back and forth and this and that. And nobody got checked. That's the problem. Nobody got checked. There's no reason for this. Let's go back. Because first of all, the question I got, since we call the name Gummy Bear Janai, when you said you quit on Friday in Tulsa, was that before or after you marched with Malik on Sunday? Like, because I got a picture of you marching with him. You said you quit SOTU on Friday, but I see you standing next to the brother walking in a SOTU shirt on Sunday.
He never paid for either.
Hey, more receipts. I'm just saying, if you're gonna come, see, I come from Brick City, you're gonna bring receipts and you're gonna come correct. Again, we have allowed it to go on too long. Just imagine if we didn't have to deal with any of this post-Tulsa June of 2021, how far progressive we could be, even as SOTU, even in the organization, even in the recruit, all of that. So again, here we go with this, what I consider bitch meter. That's what we're fluctuating over. Right now, we're dealing with some damn estrogen bitch meter. I don't address sisters as that. But when you act in that behavior, this is what I'm going to address you as. Meaning, this is why these women, females, are allegedly coming after us. At the end of the day, whatever it is that they put down and have attempted to do, we have never discerned what is the reason and the purpose. Oh, I know, Papa Smurf. You, Papa Smurf, Imam Akbar, decided you wanted to make a coup to get Brother Malik out of office. Okay, you even called me and solicited me right after Tulsa to go with him, to go on your side. After this man, see what they don't know? Papa Smurf has been with Brother Malik for over 30 years. He is employed, was employed by the brother. He was that, Malik provided that man room, board, food, all of that. Okay, he knows everything that he needs to know up until a point. Even went so far as what people don't know is, in addition to Attorney Malik being an attorney general in this party, he has a totally separate business in healthcare industry. He employed that man. And then you still turn around in this man's own business and want to try to coordinate a union and go against the brother and solicit him votes. He came after me. Very few people know that. Matter of fact, it was the day before my birthday, and here with my conscience and my spirit got with me. I said, I will not enter my next solar return on a lie and deceit against Brother Malik. I called him. I reported it to him as I'm supposed to do. He got the brother on the line. He started stuttering. Next thing I knew, some words were said, and he hung up the phone. And I told him, I'm not going to lie for you like that, Akbar. You did. You know, we got some votes going on. This is where all of that secret, just say voting. He wanted to start his own chapter. See, first of all, people, April 1, New Black Panther Party. April 1, okay? Call it what you want, faction what you want over here. Pick your chair people who you want. It doesn't matter. The issue is, again, if you are doing the work you are supposed to do, all this other stuff is irrelevant, and you have to shut people down. That man came after Brother Malik with all force, and I'll just say force. One more point I want to make. When it comes to Brother Hashim and Zinger, I'll say rest his peace.
Rest in peace.
You all are saying that Malik disrespected Brother Hashim. Let's back it up. When Brother Khalid passed, there was a direct question in the room with, again, Malik, Hashim, Far, and other people. The order was given to Malik then. I want you to be my successor. Other folk, some more gummy bears, decide they wanted to go have a meeting, and then they wanted to make a vote of their own, and no, I'm the chair. All right, y'all, go ahead, do your thing, because I'm going to stand over here on what I know. Come time, after 13, 14 years, whatever, after Brother Hashim, I have transcribed the audio last interview between Brother Malik and Brother Hashim. Question was specifically asked. Okay, let me talk to y'all ebonically, specifically. Who do you want to be your successor? Quote, I want you to take over. Okay, so that's it. That's what it has been. Y'all really think that Malik Shabazz ain't tired of the bullshit? Like, for real? Like, that man, he has it and blessed. So if he wanted to say, get my visa, I'm out, get my passport, I've served my 30 years time, I'm done. Why are we even doing this? What are you accomplishing other than, to Brother OC's point, you are acting just like the Alphabet Boys and the Informant. Point blank, period. And this is why my point I'm saying, after Tulsa, we got into this with the crazy white chick and this and that and the third. And I slept with Malik and I'm like, okay, girl, fine, bye. Leave us alone. We're out here trying to save lives, build lives, all that stuff. I'm just so adamant and emotional about it. Yeah, I'm almost about to cry because it's truthfully, how I feel, it's unfucking necessary. And y'all gonna stop, period. I'm putting it in the, excuse me, the city and the rest. I'm putting it out there. Y'all gonna stop and leave us alone. Let us get the work done. Do we got to do?
Because we got shit to do.
Listen,
we got shit to do. Ain't that the slogan?
Yep.
We got stuff to do.
And let's go, because
I'm reeling back.
Yeah, let's bring it back. Brother.
Thank you, Sister Carolina.
Yeah, I say y'all wanted to put things on the table and just just letting y'all.
They came for us.
Yeah. Let's talk about this jail record thing that's going around too. It drives me crazy. I haven't kidnapped any children. Okay, I find that so amazing that somebody would even say that. What happened was, back in the day, again, I am from the streets. In Hartford, we do things different. We really operate on meet me outside. That's why I tell any and everybody, meet me outside. Well, on this particular day, almost 20 years ago, we met outside. The fight went really, really bad. Okay, we were adults. There were kids around. And I did get a charge because kids were around, but we all did. And, she did end up in the trunk. That's the truth. I'm not going to sit here and act like, oh, it didn't happen. That's the truth. Can't undo it. I did my time for it. And I learned from it. A lot of people don't want to hear the truth, but sometimes when you're going so hard in the street, gang banging, and you don't even care whether you're going to stay alive or not, because that's your lifestyle, you don't think about that. If it wasn't for prison back then, 20 years ago, mind you, I might not be the woman y'all see right now who can tell you from experience, hey, don't do this, do this. I know what it feels like. Like, I had time to sit in my bullshit in jail. I had time to sit in it.
Why do you feel you have to justify any of that, sis?
I don't feel like I do. I don't feel like I do. Hold on. I don't want people trying to affiliate SOTU with that as an attempt to dig it. So here it is on oral record.
You have to tell them because you're explaining all of that, and people are confused. Like, whoa, where did that?
No, I don't think they are. I think people are pretending to be confused because it's been all over social media.
Okay. Then guess what? I'm saying one thing. OC, guess what? That's on you. You shut them down, Cash. You shut them down. That's
what I'm saying. Like, I've seen it. So
I think we're ladies. Let's breathe. We're kind of getting off track a little bit. But for the record, what she's speaking on is coming directly from a former member of SOTU. She put that personal information out there into the hands of the pale-faced Becky trailer trash that we're talking about. And she took off with it and started posting it all over social media. So that's the backstory to that. But brother, I want to give you the chance to ask us questions if you have more questions.
Yeah, I just want to say this, for a lot of the things that's going on, of course, you expressing about what people are saying. It just seems like our people just have the wrong energy for the wrong people.
Absolutely.
Where is this where is this energy for our actual oppressors, or the people that's actually attacking us? You know what I'm saying? Where is this energy for them? You know what I mean? So,
True. That's true.
I really feel like this energy could be directed,
Yeah.
rightfully. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't understand the people that attack the people that's actually helping other people. You know what I mean? I don't even care if you help one person, that you still help somebody, but why attack that person that's helping somebody? I just don't get it. It's beyond me, the type of people that does that. But I feel like anybody that do it, it's some type of money involved in that. I mean, it's got to be, because it's really no other way. It's either that you in a bed somehow with white people, with the oppressor, in order to feel comfortable with attacking your brother or sister. You know, I feel there's better ways to actually even make an income for the people that's doing it on YouTube. It's way better ways. Um,
That's
so I
true.
just want to really put that out there, because it's beyond me. I don't really get it. I like to put out positivity, especially shine a light on brothers and sisters that's actually making movements.
Yes.
Because I've been a part of the New Black Panther Party in St. Louis and Seattle, Tacoma. And we it was it's very difficult to have an organization and for it to not be funded by the people, for us to consistently come out the pocket and do different things for people, and then turn around and get attacked just for doing that. You know what I mean? It makes it very difficult to stay consistent, year after year, to actually keep doing that type of work. So I feel like we need a balance. We need a lot of positivity just being pushed out amongst our people. We need people to do the work, like you say. What's your slogan? What's
We
that
got
slogan?
We got
shit to
shit
do.
to
We got
do.
shit to do.
Because we got a lot of shit to
We
do.
got shit to do.
We got a
You
lot
A
of
lot.
shit to do. We way behind. You know what I'm saying? Over
Yeah,
400 years. You know what I mean? So
that part.
Down.
and
That
we
Keep
part.
down.
and we wasting time, just talking shit about each other, and
Back
doing all
and
this other stuff that
forth.
has nothing to do with nothing. You know what I mean? So
Yes, absolutely.
But
um,
it was
Because
designed
it,
like that. It was designed like that, and we're out here trying to tell people that it was designed like that. Wake up, and they just still like they just don't hear us saying that. Like it was designed in slavery for us to be against each other like this. I was read I don't know if the Willie Lynch, I don't know. I'm trying to break that down, but even just in his letters, he's gonna pitch this one against this one, the man against the woman against the man, the light against the dark, and just all that. And that stuff's supposed to last for 1,000 years. Are we gonna sit here and just allow that?
That part.
yeah,
and
like
let's just I'm sorry, y'all. My iPad was trying to talk to somebody. All of the stuff that we just addressed, we just spent an hour addressing nothing but bullshit. Let's
Mm-hmm.
just call it what it
It
is.
is.
An absolute bullshit. Time wasted. You know how many people probably have come up missing, or
Just an
people
hour.
that are searching for their children in that hour, or people that have been endangered in that hour. So this is why when people approach us with this type of foolery, and then they get offended when we say no, we're not going to do any interviews, no, we're not going to address that, because I know the amount of work that we could have done in the last hour. So no, we will not do interviews to address this bullshit anymore.
This is it.
Everything that has been said about us on social media,
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
I
It's
mean,
all mute. It's
it
mute after
doesn't
this
take a
point.
genius to decipher between some of that and clearly understand that it's bullshit. Outside of that,
That's right.
contact us one-on-one. If you've heard something that you don't like, don't agree with about social, we have nothing to hide. We have been very upfront and open about what it is that we do. The only
Mm.
thing that we will not disclose is how we do what we do. That's the only thing you'll get from me. Here, you'll hear me say, that's none of your damn business. Now, I will agree to that, but all of this other shit, don't approach me with this shit anymore, please. And I'm sorry, my mouth is
It's
starting
okay.
to
All right, no,
go
you good.
You
now.
good.
But
You've been real good.
I did real good tonight with my mouth, but
All things considered, yeah.
for real. But I'm just saying, like, I don't have the time, nor do I have the energy to keep addressing all of this stupidity. You're taking away from us actually researching and being able to get out there and bring someone's family member home. So stop, just stop. Find you something else to do with your time. Like, go read a damn book, go
Mm.
plant a garden, go do something other than stay on social media 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning posting bullshit about so too, because I guarantee you we're not having conversations about these people. They get on there talking about why we so uh infatuated with talking about them. I can guarantee you our conversations are not about these people. They're just
Yeah.
not, because we have too many other things to discuss. So,
Right.
um,
Back to
So,
melanin
much I
alerts.
do,
right,
you didn't
what
really get a chance
I
to
had a
chime
question.
in.
Yeah,
Go ahead, brother. I'm sorry. We
yeah,
kind of took
yes,
over
ma'am.
your show. I'm
So,
sorry.
no, no, y'all good, y'all good. Like I said, this is the last time, so might as
Yes.
well get
Get
it
it
all
all
out,
in.
get it all in. So, just getting back to melanin alerts, because
Yes,
often,
please.
often when I see the amber alerts, for example, it's usually not our people. So I
Yes.
feel like it's very important that we have our own, because I actually said something about this in the past, like, where is our own, where is I don't know, Shaniqua alerts, or whatever you want to call it,
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? So for something for our people,
Yes.
because it's sister after sister, especially in St. Louis. I know in the Midwest, and,
Yeah.
and even
And
down
I'm
south,
from the
it's
Midwest.
ridiculous. It's
Everywhere.
ridiculous.
Absolutely.
So
So let's start with
yeah.
where the idea for melanin alerts came from. Obviously, it came from because that we see that our people are not beneficial to the original alert system. Do we get a few here and there? Absolutely. But we have the highest numbers when it comes to missing and endangered persons. So why do we not have the highest amount of people actually being displayed on that platform? So that's where the idea of melanin alerts came from. Because listen, when so to say we are for us by us, we mean that. We absolutely mean that. So again, we have taken training classes with the idea of taking their platforms, tweaking them, and redoing them for our own communities. So we stay up late at night in these classes. We stay up late at night researching these other platforms so that we can learn the intricate ins and outs of their platforms and use it for our people. That is the foundation of Sisters of the Underground. That is the foundation of Melanin Alerts. Again, you could go to our website to learn more about that, and learn how to subscribe to it. And I just want to throw this little piece in there, and I'll let one of the other ladies speak on it. When we launched Melanin Alerts, I absolutely was disappointed with the amount of support that platform received. Right now, today, we have less than 1,000 people that are subscribed to receive those alerts. We have less than 1,000 Black men, women, and children subscribe to receive those alerts. This is not just something that we're trying to implement amongst the Black empowerment community. This is something that we are taking national. So we need people to support this platform. We've done the work, we've given it to you. All we need is for you to push it, get it out there, let people know it exists. Help us push it nationally. Help us get this thing up and running, because we took a lot of time and a lot of effort to develop this. And for people not to want to support that just because of something you've heard negative about us as an organization, again, I'm dumbfounded, because I don't care if I don't like you. I see what you're doing, and somebody came up to me and said, "Hey, check out this Melanin alert," and told me what it was about. Instantly, I would have subscribed to it, because I don't have to like you. I don't have to like you, but I would have to respect your effort. And so, Sister Chantel, I know you didn't really get a chance to.
Y'all good. I'll jump in. Y'all know Quiet Storm will jump in when she needs to.
Jump. We know what Rita said. Jump to it. Let's go.
Yes, indeed.
Someone else. Go ahead. I want to ask this brother.
Question. I'm sorry. So how can the brothers support? You know, like in what different ways can our brothers support?
Absolutely. So I just want to give a shout out to Brother AJ real quick. That the Brother AJ, no matter what time, day or night, that I call my big brother, Brother AJ from Pansac, he shows up. Do you hear me? If it's not in his state, he calling the rest of his team like, listen, so too needs you here, and they be where we say we need them. That's what we need from our brothers. We the women, the sisters, we want to focus more on the investigation, but we need our brothers to train some of the sisters to be out there, boots on the ground. We need our brothers to provide security. We need our brothers to go and do intel sometimes, because again, it's not enough of us that can be in every place. We are looking to get developed in all the states, but we are not currently there. We don't have the numbers to be every single place. So if you have an organization or if you have some sort of training, please email us so that we can add you to what we call our green light team. The green light team are the brothers, majority of the brothers. Now, don't get me wrong, some of the sisters throw on them boots and get out there too. But majority of the green light team is brothers. And again, they provide security, they produce intel. If we got an inkling on where someone is being held against their will, before we send an actual team, we need people to, kind of go investigate the area so that we know the area in which we're sending our people in, because at the end of the day, we all have families, and it's my responsibility to make sure that those that are helping us return home to our families. So that's what you can do. You can get on the green light team. That's what we need you.
Okay. And I want to talk to the chat. If you feel like it's anything that we miss that we need to talk about, please put your questions in the chat. I know somebody asked, so just to clarify, is this a app or something like that, or is it just through text messages?
So we do not have an app yet, but that is one of the things that we would love to see happen. But again, those type of things require funding. To develop an app, it is quite expensive to get an actual app. So for now, we just have it through the website. But specifically, yes, it is a texting platform. It's a mass texting platform. We would love to eventually get it to where it's a mass phone calling system. Again, everything you know about the actual Amber Alert system, we are looking to do that same exact thing for the Melanin Alert system.
Right. So again, if it's any questions for the people that's watching, go ahead and put it in the chat. Because I don't want to hold these sisters, these beautiful sisters, all day, all night.
And we talk too much.
Nah, I'm ready for this.
Speak for yourself.
Listen, I'm
ready
on the road. It don't matter.
Okay.
I'm ready for
Oh,
you.
so you asked what can the brothers do?
I did.
Okay, so I feel like I don't feel the brothers need to get in the community and do the work with us, because a lot of these cases are domestic violence. So it's a woman involved, but it's also a man. Why no one is checking these men to stop doing what they doing with these sisters? And the women, we check the women. You know, by going in and, you know, doing healing, counseling, all that with our women, but our men too need to go out in the community and hold classes, not just for these young boys, but for these grown men too, because these grown men's out here cutting up in these streets now.
Yes, they are.
They cutting up. And so, I mean,
but
that's what I need them to do.
Yeah, just get more involved in it.
More involved.
I mean, just general conversation at your barber, wherever you go, you know, at the basketball court, at the gym, to say, have you heard about, I know these group of these badass sisters, and this what they're doing there on the mission, you know, and you just spread. And believe it or not, if my mind said, men saying that whatever will go out positively and be received positively versus me, you know, as a female, you don't know what mood you on that day and how you gonna take. Oh, I heard about them. So with that being said, for me, and in with the media light, whatever, and I'm gonna talk to Sister Lucia about, she didn't know, but we're gonna do another relaunch. One of the reasons why when we did do the initial press release announcing it and knowing how the media works, I could have done a lot more to get more, like I said, mainstream media interviews, but with all this other back stuff back here, I wasn't going to do it, because once you do that, ain't no going back.
That's
so right now, it may be buzzing about us, but when we come to them to step on the real major outlets and everything, we have to just be, again, squeaky clean. And this is what this is. Right. The attempt is now, get it all out there. It is what it is. You're not going to stop what we're doing. If it, you know, if it serves your purpose in life to, you know, to breathe dragon fire lies, then so be it. Just burn in hell, bitch. That's all I got to say.
You know what? So listen, in the comments, someone said that they have never heard of Melanin Alerts and that it must be something within the marketing. It's a combination of a lot of things. We do market it. We do post it on social media, but we can post it 1,000 times a day. If we're not getting the reshares and the likes and people spreading it word of mouth, then, I mean, it's only so much we can do. We do I'm stumbling over my words. We do market it, but we need the people to assist with spreading the word on that.
Community effort.
Yeah,
the community. That's what I feel like this whole mission is, put in the community work, because we can't handle all this. It'd be too much for me sometimes. Like I'll be like, I need a break, y'all, because this is a lot of work to do. And then you still have to have your personal life and other things that, you know, your business and stuff. So this is a community effort for everybody, every community, every hood, every city, state need to be involved with this sex trafficking, this domestic violence, this missing children. Soon as a child come up missing, the whole community needs to set a time when we going to look, when we going to knock on every door, when we going to all the places that this person frequents. It takes the community, because I can't do everything. I still have to get sleep and my self-care to take care of myself, because if something happened to me, who gonna do it?
And then I do really quick, I want to say that within SOTU, we are a majority women organization. However, the men are free to assist in these investigations. If you have some sort of skill or experience, I should say, there is something for everyone to do, no matter what your background is, no matter what your profession is. There is something for everyone to do. And if you want to contact us, you feel free to email us at underground sisters the number one at gmail.com. We are very responsive to on our social media platforms. We have a couple of different pages for the different states. The main page, but it it is not hard to get in touch with us, is what I'm trying to get at. If you want to assist us or you have any advice on how we can better something, we are very open to all of that. So please contact us if you have anything you could contribute. Because again, this isn't for us. We get no spotlight attention, no accolades for doing this type of work. We chose to do this because we know that it's a growing problem in our community. How can we show up at 2A marches and holler Black Power, chanting, and then we go home and we're back to our professional lives and not really doing anything to reverse some of the stuff that we're out there chanting about? So this is Sisters of the Underground's way of saying, hey, our other slogan is the Get Shit Done Squad. People that have worked with us, they know when they contact us, we show up, we show out, and we get the job done. We are not looking for attention. We're just simply looking for results and how to fix something that's an ongoing problem. And I'm done preaching, y'all.
Sister Oya.
Brother OC, I just want to say thank you for having us on our platform. We talk incredibly too much, and we have completely
speak for yourself.
I'm speaking
for yourself, show chairwoman.
It's all good.
I'm sorry.
It's all good, and I definitely appreciate all of y'all for coming through. I know I did reach out to the past. I think at that time you wasn't talking to any social media,
Yeah.
I did actually want to help out with some of the marketing, so more people can know exactly what's going on with the Melanin alert. So but I'm glad you was able to come through at this point, and we're able to push out the positive information amongst everything else.
Absolutely.
So and I'm gonna bring it to a close. Again, if you sisters want to pretty much close it out and individually.
Well, I just want to thank Sister Sadie, because it went once this other thing was going on the other night, and I think it just spiritually, emotionally, just like I said, captured. And she said, "Okay, I'm ready to talk." So I'm saying salute to you for standing in that, because you have to. Because what did I say to you? This is your brand. This is your name. You own this. We are here to support you and stand in back of you, Queen, and get this work done. We all have individual different personalities and way of speaking. This just is me raw, uncut all the time. What I'm saying is, again, anybody that want to come for SOTU from this point forward, come correct. Because when I say I'm saying I as in we. I'm not going to allow it. I'm not going to allow you to tear down what can be such a, just imagine on the level that we could have been exposed over the last 6 to 8 months.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And just imagine the number of babies who have, gone through suffering, disappearing, all that kind of stuff. The families who are still hurting and mourning behind that. But my point is, again, and I'm going to say it respectfully, and I'm going to say it nicely. I'm going to say it for the last time. If you can't be with us, to just leave us the hell alone. Let us do what we got to do. Malik gonna be all right. Trust me, Malik gonna be all right. He got 35+ years in the fold. You ain't came with no receipts. You can't shut nothing down. Leave the man alone. You want to accuse him of being an alphabet boy? Put it to the test. Show us on the paper. Stop. Just stop.
Yeah, just stop. If y'all could just do that, stop
just do
with
that
the
part. Keep our
posting
name
of
out
the
your mouth.
ignorant stuff.
But see, sometimes let me just say this real quick. But see, sometimes people, when they spew all of that, you can't eliminate what naturally goes through your process and your chemistry in your head. See, a hit dog gonna holler. I done told all these lies. Oh Lord, let me get a platform. I can go back try to clean up my lies, and then you dig yourself deeper in a hole. So we're not going to subscribe to any of that. Let them do what they want to do on the Facebook chat. I'm not feeding Mark Zuckerberg not one more rhythm for nothing. That's not what it is. I just hope and pray that our babies and our sisters and our families stay as safe as possible. Because again, we like Sister said, we have our own personal lives too. You know, nobody's going through that. But what I'm saying is we're trying to survive the same way. So with that being said, Ashe.
Oh, sure. Anyone else? Because Brother OC, we was only supposed to be on here for an hour, y'all. Y'all done took over.
Really? I didn't know.
We didn't say you didn't give us no time limit.
He trying to get off. Y'all keep yapping.
I just want everybody to take the moment when this closes and just take a few minutes, log on to otha.org. And just donate whatever. Like if all of y'all that's watching just could donate something, it'll just really, really help, because this brother went out. I've seen videos of him going to courthouses supporting this very thing that we fighting for every single day. It's a fight. When we walk out this door, we about to fight something, and then try to make it home alive to our family. Yeah. And so this brother goes out and he does that. He marches with people, he walks with people, and he gathers others to go out and fight this beast that we fighting. Yeah. And so we sit up here and we march, I can't say everything. We march and we call out these little slurs and things. And then when someone stands up to the beast, everybody just duck and run and go. Like, what? It just don't make no sense. If you're gonna be about it, be about it. But we have to help this man, because if not, we hypocrites of just saying do this and do that, and then when somebody stands up, then now they shouldn't have did this. They shouldn't have. That don't make no sense. No, no, I'm not. I can't do it. But just go donate whatever you can. Whenever you got some free, little change, free change, spend it. Stop a lot of your habits. If you smoking, donate a pack of that cigarette money, because they was $11 a pack. Go donate a 6-pack of beer money to them. Something, we have to sacrifice.
And if y'all trying to order edibles from me, right? How about just send what you want in an order to Ozone and send me the receipt? How about that? We can do that for a whole month. A whole month.
Wait, all I heard was edibles. What you say?
I'm legal too. I'm legal.
No, I don't want any. I just didn't hear your offer.
Oh, what I was saying is, keep in mind we're talking about May, because I'm going to be out of state the rest of April. But we can even do, if you guys want to, if 420 is coming. If you guys want edibles, right? Before you send me the money for edibles, send it to Ozone's thing. Somebody will send me the receipt and I'll ship the edibles. It's no problem.
Oh, so basically you're gonna give away free gummy bears.
So basically, she is a licensed distributor. I don't know what you call it, but she's legal to sell.
The weed lady, the legal weed lady.
We call it a weed lady, but I don't know what the professional technical name is.
I am legal.
So
it's a good offer. It's up to them, because our objective is to collect the money. So
absolutely,
send the money to OC. As long as I got the receipt, I'll ship the edible. I don't have a problem with that. But send the money. I'll run this sale when I come back, and we can do it. I don't give a damn. Give them the money.
Or just let me know. But donate to the website otha.org, and just you can message me, let me know, then I can send a message and we can kind of figure it out from there.
Absolutely. And final, before we log off, brother, I know you've been trying to get off for like 2 hours. Let me get my serious face on. On behalf of Sisters of the Underground, I do want to sincerely apologize to Brother Otho and his family. That fiasco, I was very devastated not being able to execute on a promise that put my name behind, because again, I had no reason to believe that this information I was receiving was untrue. So on behalf of myself and Sisters of the Underground, we want to sincerely apologize to our brother and his family. We have not given up on him. We are still extremely supportive of our brother. And again, if anyone is interested in making a donation to SOTU, we ask that you send that donation instead to Brother Ozone's campaign, which is otho.org. Is that correct? I believe that's correct.
Yeah.
To otho.org, and just send the funding there, because we, and I'm not going to get into a whole thing, but again, this young man, he has such a pure heart. If you have a conversation with him, you can't help but want to, as a mom, speaking as a mother, you want to just reach out, hug him, and hold him, and absorb some of that heavy load that he's carrying.
I hear you.
I get emotional when I talk about him, because again, I have a child his age, and I couldn't imagine my son holding on to that load himself. So please, again, if you're looking to donate to us, please do so to Otho instead at otho.org. And brother, we're gonna let you go now for sure this time.
No, it's all good. It's all
Thank
good.
you again for having us.
Yes,
Yeah,
I'll
thank
get
Thank
you
you.
on that cell, and we'll figure out how we're gonna set it up between you, the CD, the group.
Mhm.
Absolutely. And again, I appreciate you ladies for actually coming through and speaking your truth and speaking about what's actually going on, the work that you're doing. The people really appreciate it. That's something that we really need. I'm glad that was thought of and pushed out. And it seems like it's working effectively, so we just need to get all over the nation, or worldwide for that matter, because this stuff happening all over the world when it comes to our people.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And it's a growing problem. I mean, it's not getting any better. It's the amount of people that we hear from, and we can't. And the horrible thing is, it's not enough of us to help everyone that reaches out to us. We're stretched incredibly thin. So again, if you have any training, or you don't even really need training, we got something for you to do, even if it's just making a phone call or writing an email. Again, please just contact us on that aspect alone.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
Thank
indeed.
you guys for listening to us ramble on and on.
No, we had clear thoughts. Trust me, they
We
got
got shit done, girl.
they got the message. Trust
They
me,
got the message.
they got the
I
message.
can't with y'all.
And here's it is. We got shit to do, so come through us.
Right. We got
Thank you,
shit
brother
to do.
OC.
Thank
Good.
you. Thank
All
you.
right,
Thank
Queen.
you. Thank you for being positive.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Well, and I must say, let me add this real quick. When Sister said, I want to speak to this and put it to rest, you were the one and only person that came to mind, because we do trust you. Your zen is there. We feel it. You're supportive. Everybody wasn't getting this. So thank you,
Appreciate
King.
that.
Thank you, King.
Appreciate that.
Mhm.
Again, appreciate y'all. And for the people, like I said, a lot of the information is in the description. So they have the website, the email, and even, Melanin alerts. You can even go to the website and get a lot of that information as well, as far as exactly what to do, how to reach out to them, and how to be a part of the Melanin alerts, and just being active with the Sister of the Underground. So,
And connect with us on social media as well. Instagram,
Facebook, Twitter. We're everywhere.
Someone said
everywhere they got algorithms, we're there.
Yeah.
Someone said you had a Patreon, so you're on Patreon as well?
Yes, we are. And it's Underground Sisters of the Underground, same as on there. And to that person, thank you sincerely for supporting us on that platform. And we also want to thank those that take the time to share the missing person flyers that we post. Even, you know, we need, even that helps. If you see a flyer or a post from us about someone's child missing and in danger, share it, you know, react to it. That helps. Even if you can't do anything else, it takes none but 2 seconds to reshare a post. It kind of helps spread the word about that.
That's true.
Right. And if you need me to push out something, I definitely push it out. No problem. You know.
Okay, great.
That's
Thank
great.
you.
I'm not gonna charge like other people do, you know. So
trust me, but
Yeah,
don't we know?
need that 200.
Right.
You know all the gifters out there. Don't even worry about it.
Man, you doing too much. Y'all,
I'm sorry.
don't get them started, OC. We don't know how to stop, bro. So you just gonna have to cut us off because we gonna keep going as long as you have us on there.
Wait.
that's all.
See?
No, I'm not. I promise I'm not.
That's all.
Y'all gonna get off to fry my chicken. Get off.
You want to fry your chicken?
Oh, yeah. Hey, she frying chicken. We gotta get off. We gotta get off.
Yeah. Okay. We know what dinner is.
Okay,
All right.
guys. He trying to click us off for real.
Good
All right,
night.
bye-bye. Have a good one. Black
Love you guys.
Black power.
Bye.
Right, right.
Later.
All right.